email, Carol. Okay, open. Here we go.
How are you?
Bright. Is it bright enough in here? Is that better?
I think Carol's making a milkshake.
There we go.
Can you hear me, Bernie?
Yes, I didn't realize my sound was like, my volume was low, like my speaker.
Uh-huh.
Watch what's in the oven.
There we go. Perfecto. That PDF was complete for you, Joe?
I'm sorry, what?
That PDF was clear? Like there was like
Yeah,
a million pages in there. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't even looked through it all yet. I did open it, and that's about as far as I got. So I'll check it out further, but I think it's fine.
Yeah. If you see anything missing, just holler.
Yeah, I will.
Hi, Nicole.
Carol.
Francis.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
I was distracted. I got in and I couldn't get in. You know.
Are you still in Maine?
I'm still here, so I'm not sure about the connection. It comes and goes.
Okay.
Okay.
I bet you're having the time of your life.
I
Sounds
am.
like a nice
Claudia.
trip.
Hey. Hey, Claudia.
Claudia.
Forever. Alex.
Hey. Hi, y'all.
Alex.
Jill, your hair is
Nicole.
so long.
I know, dude. It's getting long. Wait, Jill, did you say Jill?
Jill. Yeah. Oh, yours
Yeah,
is
Jill's
good.
is
yeah.
great. Yeah.
Jill's long.
I loved
Yeah,
Jill's. I loved your ponytail with like the bangs last night at the board
Me
meeting. It was so
Yeah, that was cute.
cute. Do you like it, Jill?
Okay. You were talking to me. I was trying to remember how I had my hair last night. I didn't think it was anything special, but okay. The only thing that really kind of drives me nuts, well, it obviously needs to have some of this taken out, you know. It gets big because I have a lot of curl behind my ears.
Yeah.
But I'd like to have my bangs back. I'd really rather have more bangs, you know, so that's what I'll be doing.
Does Bob like your long hair?
Yeah, he hasn't said a whole lot. It's funny because when I had it short, he said, "Oh, it's so youthful," and I thought, well, then he thinks I look older when I have it longer. But then when I started growing it out, he's like, I said, you know, somebody told me it looked really youthful, and he's like, yeah, it really does. I thought I liked it better the other way, but I don't know.
Let men know, right?
Hi, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
Hi. Hi, Claudia.
How are you?
Good. Hi, Carol.
Good.
Hello.
Hi, Jill. Hi, Francis.
Hi.
Hi,
I just try to wait because there's such a lag. Everybody so it's different.
Yeah, Carol, it's like dark where you're at now. Like it's
Yeah.
Where are you?
In Maine. I mean, far east. I mean, like way up there.
I've always wanted to go to
Nice.
Maine.
You should come.
I bet it's beautiful.
Yes. And guess what? A lot cooler here.
I was going to ask you what the temperature was. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, in the 70s.
Nice.
Going down
check it at night.
60. Yes, it was cold last night.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it's nice.
Yeah.
So
How much longer will you be there, Carol?
till the 10th. And then I'm gonna meander home slowly. The 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Have you been there a while or are you on vacation?
I have been here. We drove up and we have been here since July 12th. So we left before that. So it's a long time.
Wow.
It's nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Emma!
Hi, Emma. Hey, Dorothy.
It's so nice to see all of you ladies.
Cool.
Sharon!
We just
Janet!
Hello.
Just yelling out all the boxes I see.
So before our leader gets on, how's it going with you guys in German?
we just came from an A2 practice where we were using Google Translate and we were speaking along with her. That's
That's
where we
good.
just came from.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah, I just put it on a loop and I'm just like getting my mouth used to saying it. La, la,
yeah,
la.
no.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Hi, y'all.
Hello.
Hi, Alexis and Judy.
Jane.
Janet, we can see you now. Sharon, we
Sharon.
can see you now.
Boxes are getting smaller and smaller. I like that.
What's getting smaller?
Each box, I have mine on gallery mode, so I could.
Oh, yeah.
That's how mine is.
Yeah.
How do you put it on gallery mode?
There's a choice
At the top.
At the top. Push your cursor up, and there's like you'll have.
I'm on a Mac. Is it different?
No,
No,
no.
it's at the top right.
Top right.
They're little squares.
Happy belated Sharon.
Hi, y'all. Oh,
Happy
thank
belated
you.
birthday, Sharon.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
not on Facebook very often, and I just saw it. I'm sorry.
Jane, I'll send you a picture of it, like in an email separately for future.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey, Twyla.
Hi, Twyla. Hi,
I
everyone.
could do it right now.
Hi.
So does anybody else's allergies bothering them?
Yes.
Yes, I just took
Allergies
nose spray a little while ago.
Like,
Oh my goodness! On the news tonight, it said it felt like 109 because of the humidity.
yes,
And mold is climbing.
yes.
Okay.
Well, and then it's COVID, so I'm just like,
I know.
Koala. Lindsay.
Annie.
Okay.
Here.
yay.
Francis. Hi, I missed you. I missed
Oh,
you
you
too.
guys, it's so nice to see all of your faces.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Julie.
is.
Having it's not showing that I can put the full oh, there it
Yes,
is. Okay,
baby.
never mind. I was trying to get the full gallery view on.
Come,
so I
come up
could-
here. Come say hi to the ladies.
Come here, Dash. Dash wants
Hi,
to say
Dash.
Dash is here. He says hi.
Hi, Dad.
Say hi, ladies.
Oh,
Hi.
it's like really
Sweetie.
bright. I got this weird little
Hey.
light thing that you put on
There's
your
Rob.
computer to give you a little bit more light, but it's really bright in my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rob,
I'll
you're
those
upside
again.
down.
Doesn't have
Glasses.
Jackie, it didn't have a dimmer switch.
you see the
That is
puppy,
the
baby?
dimmest. Yeah, it gets brighter than that.
Alex, how did you end up with a blonde baby?
Say hi, Dash.
Yeah, you go, Sylvia. We'll make it a party.
There you go.
Oh, Carly. Hi.
Hi, Carly.
Hello.
Yay, Carly.
Hi.
Carly.
Great to see
Carly,
you.
oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Marianne.
She
Hi.
survived her Peace Corps experience.
Yeah.
Oh, good to see you.
Hi, good to see y'all.
You're back a while, haven't
This is
you?
the
How
best
was
part of
it?
being virtual. We get to see old friends join us.
True, yeah. It was great. I've been back since March.
You came back just in time.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I came back because of that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh.
well, you look great.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't
We're
mind.
glad to have you back.
I have a
Yay, food.
Okay.
Wait, are those pastries or is that food?
real food.
Okay.
Real.
What are you saying about pastries, Carly?
Hey, Lane.
Well, don't you work at a pastry, or what is it?
Patisserie.
Patisserie.
Yeah.
Pastry, thank you.
Yes, you're right.
Patisserie is a word.
Or bakery.
I didn't never heard
Or
of
bakery, yeah.
Patisserie is a French bakery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having a meeting, baby.
Yeah.
Mom, yummy.
If you watch the Great British Bake Off, you would understand what patisserie is.
I do not watch that show.
My daughter and I do.
So here's my claim to fame is I lived in Glasgow for a few years when I was in grad school, and I applied and I had a phone interview to be on the Great British Bake Off.
Oh,
my
cool.
Way
God,
farther than that, but
amazing.
Yeah, but you got a
Cool.
call. That's great.
I did.
Wow.
Would they let Americans on, Emma? I watch it.
I don't know. I mean, I think
It's a
considered
no.
they knew I was American,
Yeah.
so they considered
Cool.
it. But
Oh my God, my daughter and I love that show.
I've never seen it.
I do too.
Awesome. It's on Netflix.
I like the original cast of judges.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. I thought I would never watch it again with the new
That's what
judges,
everybody
new
said, yeah.
comedians, but I've been watching it on PBS because I just, you know, I'm a sucker.
It's addictive.
Everybody who
I like
watches it seems to really like it.
Yeah.
I like the British one so much better than the American one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that they just do that one like for one season or something, and it didn't catch on because, you know, without the accent, it's just not that charming.
Also, I noticed that the Americans just are like not even as close to as nice as the
Yeah,
British.
that's what it is.
The Americans were all like, "I'm gonna win, I'm gonna win," and the Brits are like, "Oh my hell!"
It's
They're
just an honor
helping
to
each
be
other.
here.
They're crying. They're hugging at the end.
I love
They're
it.
like
Yeah.
moving into each other's families' homes.
Wow.
They become
That's cool.
best friends because of
I
what they've
love
been
Beth.
through together.
Hi, Julie. Hi, Ying. How you guys?
Hi.
And there's Rob down there in the corner.
Rob.
Granny, I still can't get gallery view.
SoCo.
Huh.
Whoa, I thought, who is that?
I'm sorry, Mitchell. I can't get the.
All right. We'll probably give it about one more minute and then we'll get going. And anyone who joins can come in.
Kira is joining.
Yeah, we're at.
They're probably freaked out.
Lindsay.
Hey, everyone, if I can give you a little tip I learned from our Jeopardy happy hour, if you mute yourself and then when you want to speak, you hit your space bar if you're on a computer, and it's like a calm button, and that way you don't have that extraneous noise going on.
You keep it held down while you speak.
Yeah. Yeah, hold it down while you're speaking.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Bye. I'm gonna mute.
Oh, you space bar.
Hi, Julie.
Then you space bar here and everybody can hear you.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time, and we're just going to go, really it's kind of a Q&A over everything that's gone out over the last weeks, and make sure we've got everything we need to start on Tuesday without hopefully having to answer too many questions on Tuesday, and we can get to sing. So I'm going to start it off with dues and hand it over to, well, I'm not going to start it off. I'm going to hand it over to Olivia to discuss dues. You have to unmute yourself.
Already forgot how to work that already. Okay. Hey, you guys. So this year, since we're not going to be together where people can turn in dues, everyone at the first Tuesday of every month is going to get a PayPal invoice. You do not have to have a PayPal account to pay. You can use a debit card, a credit card, PayPal account. If you still are opposed to that format, on your PayPal invoice, there are instructions at the bottom corner with our PO box if you feel like you need to mail a check instead. All the information on dues is, I believe, on the first or second page of the great packet that Holly sent out earlier. And it has all the information. Dues are due by the third Tuesday of every month. It also will say on the invoice, you can pay in full, you can pay monthly, you can pay for 2 months, you know, whatever amount you want to pay, but you'll get an invoice every month until you're paid in full. As far as exemptions, now I can't remember. I know I just asked you, Holly. I believe there's a form in the original packet, or no?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
I sent it out, but if you need a form, feel free to reach out to Olivia or Bernie, and one of them can send it to you.
Right. And then the deadline on that, I believe, is September 22nd.
So it needs to be in so it can be considered and voted on by the board. Right, Alex?
Yes, that's correct. And September 22nd is correct.
I think that's about it, unless you can think of something else that I'm missing.
I can't. Does anybody have any questions about dues and how to pay them and where to go? All right. So let's move on to music. So everyone should have received 15 pieces of music, including Irish Blessing. Also, Rob sent out practice recordings. So if you didn't receive the music, then you need to reach out to Olivia, or I guess Rob or Bernie, but Olivia is the librarian, so she should be the one who can get that to you. Does anybody have any questions, or has anybody not received all their music, first and foremost?
Can you repeat how many we should have received?
15 total. 15 total songs. That's including everything leading up to Christmas, and also Olivia just sent out Irish Blessing yesterday. So I just want to make sure everybody has their music so we know that everybody's emails are correct and you're getting all the information.
And where I went wrong or lost things was some of them came from Rob and some, the Christmas stuff came from Olivia, and I was not looking for it from her. So I just missed it. So double check.
You have it now, Jackie, though?
I do. Bernie sent it to me. So.
Hey, Bernie, question for you. Isn't these things are available, the music is available outside of an email now? Isn't it all somewhere where everybody can get to?
I'm loading that up, so I'll have that link for everybody.
Okay. Yeah, so the good news is, if you misplaced an email or whatnot, Bernie has this stuff in a centralized location where you can easily get it. So Olivia can direct you, Bernie can direct you, or I can direct you to Olivia and Bernie.
I have a question. Is that, Bernie, are you uploading that to like the Facebook membership page, or where are you uploading that to, that everybody has access to it?
I'm actually creating a shared Google Doc for
the whole chorus?
I'm going to give the link out to all singing members.
Oh, okay.
So they'll have it, but some people will forget where they put that link, so I'll have it. So but I'll give them access to it though, just in case they just remember to go there. But awesome. I'll include that in an email.
Cool. Sounds wonderful.
Rehearsal schedules for September and October went out, and I wanted to see if anybody had any questions, so and make sure everyone knows where they're supposed to be going. Hope if you have,
yeah, I have one question. I just wanted to clarify. So Rob had emailed some alto ones about singing soprano 2 when it's 3-part split. So I think I understand what that means is on the calendar when it says 3, meaning at that rehearsal we're going to work on 3 parts. Those of us who are singing soprano 2 in that case should show up at the soprano 2 time, not the alto time. Right? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. For the months of September and October, you'll see that every Tuesday is organized, by a 3-part. But either we all meet, right? We all meet, or you'll see the number 3. It's organized that way. All of our Sunday rehearsals are organized by 4. So that's all those numbers mean. So yeah, and it only affects a small handful of people. So if you're wondering what Alexis and I are talking about at the moment, that's okay, because it probably just doesn't affect you.
And what platform are we meeting on? Are we meeting on Zoom?
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't affect first soprano at all.
Okay.
For those who are here, it doesn't affect first soprano.
And Bernie, will we be sending out those Zoom links?
Yes, I'm planning on sending out links a few days before for reminders. And I have a template for each Tuesday rehearsal and every Sunday rehearsal, because it'll be different for every section. Each section will have their own Zoom link. So you can hang out, you can log on to your specific Zoom link until Rob is ready to come to you, because he's going to be jumping from 1, 2, 3, or 4 Zoom link meetings. So it'll be there, but again, each week I'll have a fresh new email, and of course I'll have it so you could just ping me if you lose that email, but it'll be sent.
Of course, next Tuesday is all chorus, so we'll all be there. Okay. Alex wanted to mention our fundraiser, our first fundraiser of the season.
Yeah, I'm actually, when we first started figuring out what to do about this virtual season, most of you know that in the winter, one of our biggest fundraisers is silent auction, in addition to things like ticket sales and so forth. So I'm really excited about this. We're going to make SoCo women's course masks. The person making them is going to be Travis from Printing Solutions, which some of you probably worked with him directly, but he's also done our playbills and flyers for the past maybe 3 years. And so I'm really excited to work with him. I feel like it's going to be a very fruitful fundraiser, considering we'll probably be wearing masks for a little bit now. And I would, when we roll it out, I'm going to roll it out in the way of, it would be great if each member could sell 10 masks. We're gonna sell the mask for $10 each. That'll include shipping if the masks need to be shipped. And if they're in town, hopefully we'll have some helping members doing maybe porch drop-offs. And so that might save on some shipping, but we're really excited. I have more of a form filled out and everything, a form for people to pass out in a formal email, kind of explaining a little bit more in depth, but I definitely wanted to give you guys a heads up on what to expect for a fundraiser this semester. Sorry. Hi, baby. And so that's going to be one of our fundraisers for this semester. There's another one that we kind of have talked about last night at the board meeting that will roll out here pretty soon as well. And so stay tuned. The mask will be black with, we're going to order 200 to start with. They'll be black masks with our logo, some will be with the logo across it. And then I think we're going to have some, baby, mommy's talking. And there'll be some with the logo kind of down and off to the side. So we're really excited. I know that I wear masks every day at work, and I'm excited. I'll probably be buying about 5 of them myself. And they'll make great gifts for Christmas or just in general to be thinking about somebody. And so very excited.
I have a quick question about the masks, if I may. I know some of them like come across your face and kind of smash your nose down, and some of them have the seam here that kind of brings that out and forms it. Will we have the ones that are like more forming and so they're not mashing your face down?
They are, the flyer advertises them as 3D masks. So I don't think that they will necessarily lay or smash across, but more or less like 3D out here. And so I hope that answers your question a little bit.
Hey, Jackie, it looks like the mask that have the rectangular panel across the front and then a little piece that comes out, you know, for your nose and a little piece down the bottom.
Okay, so it does do that thing where it's coming out a little bit for your nose part. That's good.
It looks like it. I mean, it's hard to tell, but
I don't think it's smashing the nose. I'll be happy to send you the flyer, or anyone else. I can send it. Baby, shh, baby. I'll be happy to send out the flyer to everybody and kind of highlight which ones that we're going to order. And so you can kind of see the picture that we're all seeing.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Does anybody else have questions about the mask or maybe concerns about selling them or anything like that?
Are we going to be picking them up from a specific location? I know you said everyone has to sell 10, or how's that going to be done?
There'll be an order form that I make up and send out, baby. Here. There'll be a form that I make and send out that you can send out to your people if they want to order one. You'll turn that form in. Me and Julie are the board members heading this fundraiser, and we will ship or porch drop off. So you yourself won't physically have to pick up the mask. You will just have to submit your order forms to us so that we know who to mail or porch drop off to. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Carol had a question. Did you have a question, Carol?
Yes. So will they have, this may sound particular, but a filter, pocket, you don't know?
These, the masks that we settled on as a board are going to be 2-ply masks, and there is not a pocket for filter. That's not like one of the N95 masks. It's going to be just kind of like a regular 2-ply mask, so it'll protect from droplets if you're spreading them. So I hope that answers your question a bit. That's a great question. That was actually something one of Ashley brought up, board member Ashley, that these are not medical masks. They're more or less kind of just like the general ones that you would buy off of Etsy or at the store or whatever, but they're not medical N95 masks. Are you okay? Okay. Does that, does that concern anyone, or what are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you feel like they'll be harder to sell because they're not medical grade masks? I
don't think it's that medical grade though.
What's
some
that?
some people say three ply is better than 2-ply, and et cetera, et cetera. It just depends on,
Yeah.
My doctor told me as long as it's at least 2-ply and at least one of those layers is cotton. So that's the rule I've been going with. I mean, she didn't claim that was medical. She just claimed that's what you want to use as a everyday mask for normal everyday situations.
Sounds like a great suggestion. I haven't consulted a doctor, but I know the ones that I've purchased and have been wearing to work are 2-ply. I don't know how that's supposed to help, but I don't know. I rarely see people with the N95 mask, and I work with the public daily.
Well, I wasn't speaking to an N95, but there are 2-ply that you can put your own filter in. That's what I was referencing.
Yes,
but,
ma'am.
They're $10, so they're not expensive. So that may be what people are going to prefer, and we'll have an easier time selling them. So that's okay. It's just to know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the flyer that I have, doesn't have, none of the options have a filter option. And so we'll have the 2-ply mask. It's a great question, Carol. Does anybody else have any questions? All right.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. Yeah, did you say about how long you thought it might take to get an order of them in?
Yes, ma'am. So it'll take about 15 business days. So I will be placing the order here in the next couple of days, by the end of this week for sure. And then we'll start with an order of 200. I honestly feel like they're gonna go very quickly. I hope so, but I just generally feel like they will. When we start posting them and sending them out to our fan list and everyone else, thank you, baby, start, selling them.
I would immediately order like 10 for myself for personal use and to give away to a few people. So, is that really going to be enough?
Well, good question. I think that for me in my head, I haven't really discussed this with anybody, but I feel that Jackie, and my answer right now to that is probably once we sell 100, maybe we immediately order a couple hundred more, just to kind of stay on top of that turnaround time. Because I hope that they go very fast, but there's also that tiny bit of me that's like, what if they don't? And so I don't want to over order. I don't think the board or the course would appreciate that. But I also don't want to under order. And so I think 200 is probably a magical number, like a good, good number to start with. And then once we start seeing, and I really honestly think they're going to go very quickly. I will probably buy 5 to 10 myself to give to family members and just to have for personal use, because I do them every day. I do a load of masks. I have 6 masks and I have to do a load of masks at the end of every week. So I make sure I'm ready for my next work week. And I would love to have just like an abundance, like a 20 pack of masks. So I'm not constantly doing them in my laundry. And so I feel like most people will feel the same way. And so I really, really, honestly, there's like 90% of me that thinks that they're going to go very quickly, but there's still that 10% that's like, And so to play it safe, I think we'll start with 200, and once 100 sell, we'll order a couple hundred more and up the ante as necessary.
Good call. Relevant way to make money. Good.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think it'll definitely be more fruitful than our Alamo Draft House fundraiser. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Anybody else have any comments or questions about that or what we've presented so far? It's going to be a quick meeting. All right, so then the next thing is that I'm announcing that I'm stepping down as president, and I'll still be singing, I'll still be on the board, and our fabulous Bernie has stepped up, and she will be our president, our interim president. And I know that we're all going to be excited, and she'll be interim until we hold regular elections in the spring. And other positions we've discussed, they may be filled for the interim, but Rob, Bernie, and Alex are going to look at the current needs of the chorus and organize those accordingly. And I'm sure they'll reach out and however they see fit. And I just want to say I've always encouraged everyone to step up and help. I plan to do that whenever I can for Bernie, and I hope everyone else continues to do the same. We've repeatedly proven ourselves to be the little chorus that could, and it's because of our members. And I love our chorus, and I can't wait to just sing. So I'm going to hand this meeting over to our new president, Madam President Bernie.
Bernie 2020. No, I'm playing.
Love you, Holly. Love you so much. Thank you, Bernie, for stepping up.
Yeah. Everyone should take a turn.
Yes, exactly. I'm putting my readers on because I actually had to write stuff down.
Everyone should take a turn.
Yes. Really quick, I don't want to take up too much time either. I just want to say a big thank you to Holly. I mean, my God, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. Her box is like right here. So, you're awesome, but I don't want to cry right now. So I'm just going to keep reading. Okay. So, really quick, we already touched on this. I will go ahead and send out reminders for all our Zoom stuff. And I'm also going to be in charge of recording all of our sessions. So if you miss it, or if you want to revisit sections, I'll have it again in a shared drive log for all of us. And I'll try and keep on top of that. And if you have any concerns, like before, it was our Holly that we relied on for that. You could just swing him this way. And last season, if you did flight, Zanya put together a really nice document with where all of the recordings and the how-tos and the dates. She put a document for us together, and she did a new version for this season. I'm going to go over that with Rob and Alex before I send it out. I figure once we are in rehearsals, I'll send that out then, because it's really about what you're going to do once you're ready to record your videos. So that's not a big rush. And yeah, that's it. Yay.
Okay, I have a little something to ask or need some clarification on, I guess, because as a section leader, I've been waiting for like the music that was to be recorded to start doing my practice recording. And of course, I'm focused on the first couple of things we're doing first. And to my knowledge, well, I didn't check today, but that those things had not been uploaded on the Google Drive. And then, and if that's the case, are we just like gonna am I just gonna record that and I'm gonna send it out to my section, or am I gonna upload that on the Google Drive? Because now when I go on there, I have to ask for additional permission to even hear the things that are on there. So that's going to be like a big issue, you know, for everybody asking for permission for everything. Or I'm just not sure. I'm just confused about how that's working, if that's okay.
Well, you will be receiving, everyone will have access to recordings in the next few days. Sean and I had a substantial recording session on Sunday with our guest musicians. I received a recording of the Mendelssohn Hexenlied from Rebecca Rado out in Virginia today. I'll be delivering that to Zonia later. I recorded the accompaniment for Rosemary's Baby. I found a keyboard by accident that had a real spooky sound. So all those recordings, I mean, essentially, we're down to like one thing that hasn't been recorded. All of those will be made available to the chorus as soon as possible. And I know Zonia's working through that. She and I have been in contact. Regarding when you're making your recordings, Jackie, we will distribute those to the entire chorus, I think, in through Zonia. So you don't have to worry about that. You just submit your stuff like you normally would, and Zonia will get things put together and then distributed. You know, there'll be kind of a rolling cascade of recordings. There'll be the accompaniment alone, which everyone can use. Some folks may find that to be exactly what they need. Then in short order, we'll have accompaniment with the various section leaders, and that may be what people prefer. The permission thing, I'll have to defer to Bernie and Zonia about that. It may be something as simple as we need a different email address for you. Sometimes when you give permission to a group of people, if somebody wants to access it through a different address, that's when you have to give some extra permission. That may not be the only time, I don't know, but I'm sure that both of our IT folks can probably help you out there. But the short answer is we're all going to be inundated with recordings in the next couple of days, so folks can really start to get an idea what that sounds like.
Are we providing the practice recordings like we would normally do, and it would just be voice? So it would be the accompaniment with the singing. Are you expecting us to do the video at the same time?
Oh, you mean like your final video? Is that what you mean?
Well, I understood that you said that we could redo it, but that made me start thinking, is he expecting us to do a video at that time?
Oh, I guess to answer that question, I don't care. You know, the point of the section leader recordings is to help out the rest of the membership. And so I don't think you need to use video at all. If you do use video, don't worry about dress and all that stuff. Because again, you know, like for instance, there are several recordings that don't even have me conducting yet. And that's because I want to be able to incorporate some of the things we do in rehearsal. And I didn't want to be set in stone at the end of August for pieces that we're going to be doing, say in December. Now, I mean, again, the accompaniment going to be there. So there's not going to be a lot of variety. But if there's some things we decide on in rehearsal, I mean, I'm going to be reacting to you as musicians as much as I hope you're reacting to me. So, so I'll be doing my own recordings as well. But yeah, the section leader recordings, I would encourage you just to get it done down and dirty to help people in your section. And, you know, if there's like a mistake, oh my gosh, Jackie didn't release this here or whatever, you know, we can talk about that in rehearsal and make sure that that's all caught up. But I think, you know, for those folks who want something more than just the accompaniment, just having the voice and having the text there will be, you know, really helpful to them.
This is Dorothy. You already sent 5 of the a cappella songs, yep. Correct? So those are done, right? We can use those now. We don't have to wait.
Yeah, no, the acapella, I mean, everything you're going to be getting is like, none of this is like a draft. Everything you're getting, if we're sending you a recording, it's because this is what you can use. All those 5 a cappella things, you know, one is Simple Gifts for Thanksgiving and the rest are all Christmas. That's it. So plug it in. Okay. You know, I will be producing a video conducting those things because for 2 of the pieces that will be helpful. But yeah, it's absolutely it. It's good to go. And I use the organ because the organ can give you the exact length of note in a way that the piano kind of doesn't, the way it decays. So if you look at the score, like in that little holiday jazz trio as an example, if you look at the score where I've shortened things, you can actually hear that. So it'll correspond nicely. Yeah, cool. Any other questions about that stuff? These are great questions. Okay.
You cleared up my question, so thank you.
Actually, I just thought of one. Mm-hmm. Rob, for rehearsals, what do you suggest for warm-ups? Would you like everyone to warm up themselves before they come into their sectional, their little group, or are you planning to do a little warm-up with everybody, even though we're seeing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely will be doing some warm-ups together. There'll be some exercises that, you know, are just good for getting the voice going. These will also be things that we'll be able to use down the line once we're back together. So it'll be time well spent. I would always encourage folks to do a little bit of warbling, you know, before you come in, just so you're kind of ready to go. Because all of our rehearsal times, you know, with the exception of those, the first Tuesday of the month where we're all together, you know, because we're essentially always in sectionals, right? So our rehearsal times are always shorter. So, you know, I'm going to do my best to make sure that that time is used efficiently. And, but yeah, we definitely, you know, it's a long answer, but yeah, we absolutely will do some things together. But we won't, you know, we won't have the luxury of, you know, 15 minutes of warming up.
This is Dorothy again. If I did some recordings today, say for the a cappella, would I send them straight out to my group, or would I send them to Zonia? Or?
Yeah, I would say let's go through Zonia, and I want to have a chance to listen to them. But yeah, you know, I think generally speaking, let's go ahead and distribute the recordings you guys make kind of as a group. I think it'll help keep me in the loop, for one, to be quite honest. But it'll also, you know, folks can kind of know where to get things from one source. So I think that'll be good.
The other thing I wondered about is the solos. Do you want us to add that so that people who want to do the solos can hear how the solos go, or do you want to leave them off of the general?
I would say leave them off. And by the way, for everyone who's on this call, I'm glad Dorothy brought it up. Just reiterating that if you are interested in soloing, I strongly encourage you to try out. Just let me know. I'm going to be sending out information regarding the solos that I just don't want to blanket everybody's inbox with. So if you just drop me a line, that way I'll put you on that list and you'll get that information at the same time as everybody else. So that's the only reason I'd love to hear from you if you're interested. But the section leaders, I would say don't record the solos simply because, you know, being a soloist is a little, sorry, my dog just barked because my father-in-law is beating the house down. I don't know why. Being a solo is a position of some musical leadership, and I'm assuming that folks who are trying out for solos would be able to kind of figure out the part on their own. And I'll be providing some help with them anyway. So I would say for the section leaders, don't worry about it. Now, if you're planning on auditioning for a solo section leaders, that's great. So get it ready yourself. But I think on the actual on the section leader recordings, I don't think it's necessary.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, we're going to find all the recorded music in one place, right? It's going to be on Google, correct? No?
Yes.
All right. And how do we get to that file on Google?
Bernie, help.
Well, once Zanya has it all loaded, after it's all given to her by Rob, I'll have a link that I'll be sending to everybody. That's how you'll get to it. You need a link to get to these drives. So that will be given to you when it's all complete.
The practice recordings that say I'm doing for our section, I haven't even started because I don't have the background music for it yet.
Sure.
So when I have it ready, which hopefully will be very soon, I will send it to Rob, or I'll send it to Zonia and Rob, and they will okay it and they will put it on the Google Drive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I'll touch base with Zonia tonight and see what her time frame is. I think what she told me was just the instrumental things won't take very long for her to process. So I really think we're going to see them in the next day or two, but I'll double check with her.
Tell me this, if this sounds crazy, because since I'm getting the music on Google Drive, I would record it on GarageBand and then layer my voice on top of it. And then, because that's just how I would do it. And in case I need to stop and I can section things out if I need to make it the best I can. And then I can send it back and then they'll put it up. Does that sound okay?
Well, yeah, I'd leave the IT stuff to Zonia. And I'm assuming, if that's what you did for flight, then I'm sure it's going to be fine. I mean, I think, whatever the process that you used for flight, if that was successful, like for instance, I had to ask, when I made the recording of Rosemary's Baby today, the first thing I did was ask Zonia, what program do you want me to use? Because I haven't done that yet, right? So, and she told me, and it was just the camera on the iPad. So yeah, I would leave the IT stuff to her. But if what you described worked for flight, then I'm sure it's going to work for this.
Okay. We didn't go through Zonia last time. I just, compiled the music and put it on a CD for people and sent it to them electronically. So.
Okay.
Well, that was because we got our practice recordings before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So before pandemic times, we didn't really go through Zonia. Sorry.
But yeah, so let's plan on, we'll get an update from Zonia this week, hopefully in the next day or two, and that way we'll have some ideas as to the process for submitting. In the meantime, though, you'll have very weird sounds to listen to for Rosemary's Baby, so that's good.
I'm just listening to you read out the German. That's what I'm listening to right now.
Oh, good. See? There's your 5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Any other questions for me?
Strong baritone.
Any other questions for me?
I have a question. Maybe everybody else already knows this. Maybe you've already discussed this, but what is going to be the recording process for for everyone? Are we all recording individually and then compiling it, or are we all going to sing on Zoom at the same time? Or
No,
I don't know.
Oh no, it's a great
Did
so
you not
obviously
watch Flight?
no. Yeah.
Did you not watch Flight online? Because we all did it individually and then somebody edited it together.
Oh my gosh, that's...
Sonia put it together. She put the whole flight together with our individual recordings.
Yeah, basically due to the fact that everybody has different internet speed and stuff, you just can't sing and be in sync with other people, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you get to sing in your bathroom or in your bedroom or whatever looks good. But the nice thing is all you have to do is record. And I did it today, having never done it before. So if you've got a phone or if you've got an iPad, if you've got a tablet, there'll be some app that will allow you to record. And the nice thing is all you do is submit that and Zonia does the rest.
And we've done, several of us have done a lot of it. So like reach out. Bernie has done a lot. I've done some. We did the Eric Whitaker thing where we recorded it on our own and then submitted the video and it all got edited. As you know, we have some tips if you need some help on how to do it.
The first tip is they're actually going to superimpose Eric Whitaker's face on my body, which will automatically make all of you want to be much more involved.
Well, not everybody.
So that,
I must say that the recording experience was really a learning experience, and it was at first very daunting and very unusual to just hear yourself. Just there you are. But ultimately, it was really fun. And
good, great, that's great to hear. Good.
I thought it was fun, but I thought it was harder because you can't mess up at all.
Wait,
Well,
can someone address what Zonia does with all of our recordings? I think that's important for people who didn't do flight with us.
Just so you know, Julie, if you are or anybody, if you're recording, and she did mention this to me a few times, because I'm the kind that would want to sing the whole song and finish it, right? But if you mess up that last little bit at the end and you're tired of recording, you did so well the first, that whole 20 pages, she'll lower you. She'll mute you if she has to, if it was that bad and that you're tired. But you're still singing. As long as you keep your face, she'll be good. But there's a lot of editing that she could do. So don't stress about sending out that one good video. Feel free to just send her maybe 3. And if you're like, oh, just FYI, I'm sending you my top 2. I was awesome here at this part, or I was even better, but don't stress. This is supposed to be fun. So hopefully it will be.
As a point of reference here, Bernie and I had done the Irish blessing, and I think, Bernie, you asked us to do the Amen. Yeah. So then when we were doing it we always do the ah, and somehow when I was doing it for flight, I did the Amen, and I could see my mouth changing, but she made it sound not be there. So
muted you, I think, on that part.
Well, actually, I was just gonna. I had a whole lot of stuff going on right then, and I got 2 done, and I thought that's all I could do. But then a few days later, I just got to the place where I said, I don't care if she has to mute every note that I sing. At least I'll still be there, and they don't have to be perfect. And I got 3 more done. So
that's awesome. I didn't know she could do that. So the one song that I did, probably it was ridiculous. It was a 3-minute song, and I don't know how many times I sang it. Yeah. Because without fail, something would happen, and I'd be like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the self-discipline thing comes in where you have to not go.
Yeah, guys, I'm very happy to hear these stories because certainly I know this is how I feel, and I know it's how the board feels. We want this to be fun. We want this to be enjoyable. So please, I hear some of the horror stories about 25 takes. Don't do that to yourself. When you're ready to take a few takes. I record my playing all the time. I know what that's like. Give it your best, but don't not participate because you felt like, oh, I just couldn't get it perfect. Music is about recovery and keeping going. And, you're exactly right, Jane, about, one of the things that we can learn is just don't make a face if you mess up. And that's good for live singing too, right? So this could actually be just a little development of a skill, which is if you make a bobble, if you make an error, keep going, because maybe 98% of that recording is going to be great. And just let Zonia say, okay, measure 32. We're just going to drop that out for this person. That's totally fine. I don't want anybody to not send in a recording because, they are 20 recordings in and they just can't get it perfect. That's not our goal.
Well, I hadn't figured out a way to fix this, but at the end of one of my recordings, and it had gone so well, and it was almost at the end, and my cat meowed.
Yeah.
But I just said, I'm just going anyway.
Yeah, no, it's right. Don't let the cat ruin a good, absolutely.
And can I just address, Carly, I'm sure just like when we did Flight, coming up to it, when we're getting to a place where we're all ready to record, everybody will post things and things will be sent out for helpful ideas and tips of how to record yourself and all that good stuff.
And share our bloopers. I love that part.
I have a comment to make. We're wearing black, are we? Are we wearing black again?
I doubt it. I know Holly previously had mentioned some good ideas. I think the rest of the board was thinking about things. I suspect each postcard will likely be different. So it's probably not really an AD thing at all. I should just shut up. I will say that I will happily defer to the board and the chorus leadership, and I think it'll be more creative than just all black.
So basically, we're just going to wait until each postcard to see what's happening with how we record it.
Yeah, I suspect something like that. Is that true, Alex?
What do you think, Alex?
I think we'll send out, Bernie and I will work together and with the rest of the board. I think it'll be different for different postcards, but don't get too excited about not being in black.
Yeah.
I think it's great because I've got lots of black.
We get to wear
we will get a little creative with it, especially on things like Halloween and whatnot, and we'll definitely reach out to you guys before, baby.
So okay, that's great. So the other question I had was about Irish Blessing. Are you saying, oh man, we never did before? We oohed at the end.
We did that for a special recording.
Oh, okay.
Like,
but in general, for everybody, we don't.
And then it just got in my head, and then I just couldn't get back to the normal way of doing it. The next time.
So, but in general, the music says, "Oh man," but we ooh.
Yes. Yeah.
For everyone to remember that. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. When you guys did the flight, which on the cell phone, what kind of app you're using? Because I'm trying to find some music app I can just sing. For example, this German song. I want to just sing 1 or 2 sentences and play back and listen to myself. But those apps, either they pop up ads all the time, or I just couldn't find the good one. If anybody can recommend some good ones, or do we have to find someone you pay monthly fee for that?
Ying, is this you're just trying to get the translate or the to hear it in German?
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
I'm just using Google Translate, but
no, I mean.
Are you talking about YouTube? Are you trying to listen to the song or just to translate?
I'm trying to use a cell phone, so you can go outside walking and listen to something, and you can practice yourself and listen to yourself on the cell phone. Those kind of recording apps, and there are several, but I haven't found anything very convenient.
Oh, she means to record and hear it back.
Like
what app we're going to be using for that.
Yeah,
I think she means though to have it be portable, because the thing is there's some apps that'll run on your laptop, and then like you have to, if I'm getting this right, Ying, then you have to like do something different to get it on your phone. Or is that wrong?
Yeah, I just trying to say if anybody has good apps to recommend on the phone, so you can use that whenever you practice.
Like
what
kind
She has an iPhone. What app does anybody use for her
Samsung?
I'm sorry?
What kind of phone is it?
iPhone?
So there is a proprietary voice memo application on the iPhone. Yeah, and you can use that to record. You can just keep them and play them back.
Yeah, that's the only thing, right? I mean, yeah, that thing is pop up ad all the time. I just trying to find the better one, but if that
yours has ads on it.
Yeah.
So the one I use is it just came on the iPhone when I bought the phone. It's just called Voice Memos.
Yeah,
it doesn't have any apps.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not anymore right now.
It's not on some older iPhones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So this is a new one. Yeah, I have a 6S, so it doesn't. You have to download.
That's what I have too. I have a 6S too. Maybe
it should be on the 6.
Yeah, you should have it on there.
Okay, I'll check it out. Okay.
You should just check it out and maybe reach out to Bernie or somebody, maybe someone else in your section, like Alto Ones, may be able to make some suggestions.
Yeah. Also, I wonder, is that right now our Facebook, the site they need to be a password access, right?
Password access to our Facebook?
No.
Something changed
about the membership portion of the Facebook.
That's,
I mean, of the website or of the Facebook.
The Facebook. I had it's link, so I just click on that. I can open. And right now, it asks me the password. The one.
What link on the Facebook are you clicking?
Okay, I'll try. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I haven't have a password to get on Facebook, but once you're in Facebook, you should be able to get into the membership page without a password.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But yesterday when I tried and I couldn't, yeah, somehow.
And you were able to use the other parts of Facebook?
I haven't. Yeah.
Maybe you should try that and then
this
again.
might need to re-log in.
Yeah, it's just something new, seems different. And when the
Someone else is having that issue though, so it might be something you need to check on your end.
Okay, I will do it.
Hey,
and
Ying,
also, I didn't receive Olivia's email. I received before, but the last one was August 25th. Did you say you sent something yesterday?
I sent Irish Blessing out. Actually, it was today.
No, I just checked. I don't have. But anyway, I'll yeah.
Okay, I'll go look and see, and I'll resend it to you.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question.
Ying, I was just going to say, if you are not able to get on Facebook at all, it could be that your phone did an update. You can get into Facebook. You just can't get onto the membership page. Is that right?
The membership page, I had bookmarked. So before I just go there and click and open everything. But yesterday I went to there. There's just a white color and it's saying membership password, something like that. There's nothing. Yeah, very strange.
Not sure.
I have a question.
Just if you just are able to get on your regular Facebook, and then you go to the membership page from there. Maybe the bookmark link you have is something's gone crazy with that. So just try getting on Facebook and then going to your groups and finding it.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Okay, I'll
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just wondering if we've decided, do we want it to be the plain white background again when we're recording?
Is it okay if I speak to this, Bernie? Yes. Okay. I think, and we'll send this out in a formal email, Bernie, and once we all discuss it with the board and everything. I think that if we've looked at different choruses do virtual concerts, and not everybody has the same background. So I don't know that that's necessary, but also there are things like objects moving in the background. We'll probably want you to not be you know, somewhere where there is a fan going on in the background or a TV or something like that that may draw attention away from you or the video itself. But as far as everybody get behind a white background or a black one or something like that, I don't know that we'll be that strict. And then also just the angle of your camera, you know, it being in front of you. So there'll be small things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we'll necessarily, I don't foresee necessarily requiring a plain white background.
Thanks. I just know I had to hang sheets up in
Right.
my house because I have no wall in my house that's plain. None.
Yeah,
So-
good for you.
so I did it for that period, but I really don't want to have it up like for the whole season if I don't have to.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you want to stage something cute, go for it. But also don't feel obligated to. If you want to be in just a plain white background, tight. If not, then cool.
Yeah.
Well, there'll be Scotty's in mine.
Okay.
Just don't have them moving.
Yeah.
No, my live Scotty will not be in it, but my other Scotties will probably be in it.
I have a dumb question, but like in the schedule, like it looks like there's no rehearsals after October. Is that just that we'll get a schedule for November then or later?
Yeah,
Correct.
we're actually we're done after October.
Oh, we are?
No, of course not. Yeah, give me the schedule. Yeah, in
like,
fact,
we
I
are?
anticipate in November. I mean, you know, because of the situation, you know, of course, grant a little flexibility, but I anticipate in November it will probably be no longer in that 3-part split on Tuesdays. That's what I think. If I had to have a gut, you know, feeling at the moment, you know, as we get further into the semester, that's when our 4-part stuff comes into play more. So we'll start out in the 3-part split to rehearse those pieces, but then those start to fall off. So I think by the time we get to November, we'll probably be back in the you know, the standard stuff.
Okay. Anything else? I think we're good for now. I'm sure more will come up, and I will send out emails and reminders, all that fun stuff. But
Thanks, Bernie.
yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Good to see you.
Yay.
Look at these
See
squares.
everybody.
It's gonna be even bigger on Tuesday. It's gonna be crazy.
It was so nice to see most of your faces.
I'll see you again in a week.
See you
All right.
Wednesday.
Thank you, Bernie. Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you too,
Love
Sharon.
you, Sharon. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, Rhonda.
Bye.
Oh, the last beautiful people. How have you been, girl? Since we're on the phone. Real quick.
Oh,
how's the baby? I'm going to stop recording.